Okay, Gaffer, 1-1 draw against Welling. Is it a case of missed chances have cost us today a little bit?
You got to give credit to the opposition firstly. We know how well they've been playing of late, but we got to look at ourselves. We said when we do build, we create, we got to finish our chances. One goal is never enough in this division, and we know that. We've drummed that to our players. It was a very, very commanding first half by us, but in the second half, they shaded it and put us on the back foot, and I was really disappointed with our second half.
Exactly, because say our first half an hour is probably the best we've played for quite some time. You know, the way we've kept the ball and the chances we were creating. I mean, does the change of shape have any effects at all about how we set up?
No, not at all. We said when you create chances, you got to take them. In games like this, in local derbies, you know, you only take one restart and someone switches off, and the small details weren't followed, and we paid the price for it. But again, it's about making sure we carry on doing what we did in the first 30 minutes of the game. It was about our intensity, it was about our ball speed, but also we had willing runners in behind, and you know, we had good movement in midfield and rotations in midfield and between our forward players as well. But it was about making sure we take those chances that we created.
And that's the thing, like, you know, we've had some good ones. I think it's one of those where maybe you can convert a second one and then suddenly the floodgates open, but the longer you leave it at 1-0, the more of a chance they've got of getting back in, haven't they?
Yeah, you know, we saw said in the second half, towards the end of the first half, keep our intensity up, but we sort of slowly went into their intensity, and all of a sudden, when you do that in football, that's a capital crime, because you can't just flick the switch on for your intensity. You have to maintain it all the way through. But again, it's not a loss, but we're just disappointed that we've dropped. It's 2 points drop, but credit to Welling.
And that's it is a point in the right direction. You know, it's a point closer to our objective, obviously getting in the playoffs. The fact is, though, you've got another game in 48 hours, and like you say, you talk about you know, recovery process and that. Is it going to be a case of we need to utilise the squad a little bit the next couple of days?
Yeah, definitely. We have to look at some of the distances our players have covered today, and we have to make sure we have to be mindful. Playing so many games in a short space of time, the squad has to be utilised. So that's our job as a management team, to make sure now we fully switch our attention to our next game and make sure the recovery process starts as from now.
And obviously, just a quick word on the sports, 2,700 in today, and let's say, made a very good atmosphere from both sets of sports today, weren't they?
It's always been a fantastic atmosphere when we are at the Gallagher, and it's good to see everyone turning up on bank holiday Monday. It was fantastic again. Our fans were terrific, and it's important that we didn't lose, so we carry on. It's 1 point towards the right direction, but again, we have to nullify how we considered our goal, which was really disappointing.
Well, thanks for your time, Gaff. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you.